Hello friends, Baltmatrix here, and today we are taking a look at Transformers, War for Cybertron Trilogy, Siege, Hound, the deluxe class version. This figure is packaged in robot mode, but we're going to begin the review in vehicle mode, and man, this vehicle mode is cool. I honestly was not sure what to think of it when I saw pictures of it, but I like this vehicle mode quite a bit. It's rugged, it's just neat. Yes, I think the open cockpit is a little silly. No, you cannot fit a Titan's Returns, Titan's Master in there, or a Power of the Primes, anything figure in there. Well, it would look ridiculous if you did. See, I told you they can only ride side. See, I told you they can only ride side saddle. This vehicle mode works for me on many levels. It reminds me of something from Halo. No, not the Chupacabra or Chupa thingy, but it really feels like it's a futuristic, military truck that is in serious need of doors. But it works. It works well. Everything rolls well, and it just looks good. There's minimal battle damage to it. In fact, the only battle damage on the figure in this mode is on the bumpers. Bumper 1, Bumper 2, Bumper 3. Or I should say that's a skid plate, not a bumper. Weird. The top looks exactly like, the top is the G1 look. It's a really nice alt mode. A very nice alt mode. And the weapons are cool, too. So, it comes with 3 weapons. This one on the back is a real pain to get off, though. The first weapon is this laser gun that has this piece that attaches to the side like a giant magazine. So that looks pretty cool. And then the second is this little mortar cannon, which, again, looks really good. The green on this whole set of figure, or this whole figure, is just really, really nice. Hound's transformation into robot mode is really cool. Start off with, come to the back of the figure and unpeg the entire engine, which is my sole complaint about the vehicle mode. I would have loved to have seen this painted a little bit. Flip it up like that. Then come to underneath the figure and unpeg the arms from the sides. And then come to the front wheels and unpeg them, which is a little bit harder to do once they're fully pegged in. And then the entire legs, or the entire front section of the vehicle mode will come apart like that. Flip up the toes, and then we can fold out the legs from the back of the vehicle mode. And things have a tendency to get in the way here, so just kind of manhandle it a little bit. I know you don't like me hearing me say that, but just manhandle it a little. And then the toes will accordion up underneath, and then these front wheels will fold up to form the insides of the lower legs. Alright, next we'll fold the shoulders and fold them just past where you think they should click into place. Take the front of the vehicle mode and pull it forward. That will reveal the head. And then you could fold the canopy section down and flip up the engine. And that will peg into the back where the seats were. And then we could fold the shoulders in and peg the entire torso into place. And then just straighten out the fists. In robot mode, Hound looks incredibly good. I'm really quite shocked at how good he looks, because I was not looking forward to picking this guy up, and I'm pleasantly surprised. Head sculpt is great, just legitimately great. It's G1 Hound down to the flap, or the engine, or the hood flap behind his head. Head is on a ball joint, but it is really, really hard to move. He can look down and he can look up just a little bit. Shoulders are on hinges, so or I should say a swivel for around the world action, and then a hinge for in and out action. A swivel just above the elbow that you have to be careful of, because I don't think Hasbro did the tooling right for these mushroom caps, because I've had the arms pop off on me a couple of times already. Not a huge deal, just be wary of it. 90-degree bend at the elbow, and a swivel at the wrist. Torso swivel, hinge joints in the leg, and then a thigh swivel, 90-degree or just over 90-degree bend at the knee, and again, some ankle articulation. In the robot mode, there is a little bit of the battle damage here at the tip of the shins, and then the battle damage that carried over from the vehicle mode into the robot mode. Otherwise, there's very little battle damage. That's it for battle damage. There's not very little. That's it for battle damage. I'm surprised at the restraint. The battle damage also works incredibly well with his color scheme, which is nice. So far, Hound has the most points to add weapons to. There are 2 points at the legs, 1 on the side of the knee, 1 in the front of the shin, 2 points on the arms, forearms, and outside of the shoulder, 2 points on either side of his head, and then 1 point on his backpack. So, yeah, that's 8 points of, well, that's 8 different spots, other than his hands, to attach weapons to. So let's go ahead and do that. And I keep forgetting that each one of these deluxe class figures has pegs on the bottom of their feet so that they can combine with the weaponizers a little bit better. There are shoe modes. I'll show you that when we review COG. So yeah, he can get a lot of guns. I rather like that. One last weapon before we go. I completely forgot about this before I finished up the review. The weapons that he comes with all combine as well, because of course they do, into this. It looks silly. Hound, like Sideswipe, is such a pleasant surprise. I'm finding very, 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 very little to complain about with any of these Siege figures. The only real thing I can complain about with Hound is that I feel the shoulders aren't pegging in all the way here, so you could see a little bit of gap. But it's such a minor complaint. That's it. That's all I can complain about. That is my own one and only complaint with Hound. Otherwise, he's just a really good, fun figure. Now, there are plenty of you out there that aren't going to like Hound. That's perfectly fine. I completely understand what you might not like about it. I'm finding that Hound is a ton of fun. And, you know, I'm really surprised to say that in 2018. I'm really kind of surprised to say that. Because, I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was not expecting to be a huge fan of a Hound figure in 2018. That is for sure. But here I am. Oop. Remember what I said about the mushroom joints there. So, should you pick it up? You're going to have to make that call yourself. I think you should. I'm recommending that you pick it up if you can. But it's probably not going to be for everyone. I've had a lot of requests for Sideswipe. I've had a lot of requests for Hound. I've had a lot of requests for Skytread. I almost called them Flywheels again. I really like Hound. Dang it. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing that I really would caution you about is these pegs for Hound have a tendency to pop off very, very easily. Also, I am kind of manhandling it a little bit, so that does not help. But that's... My complaints for Hound are super, super small, super, super, super infinitesimal. You should pick up Hound, especially... I'm going to say pick up Hound when you can. I would pick up Cog, Flywheels, and Sideswipe first. I really like Hound, but I'm having more fun with those other 3 figures. Hound is still a beauty. I can't deny that. So folks, let me know what you think of Hound down in the comments. Please be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Hit the bell so you know when there are more videos coming out. As always, I'm Baltmatrix, and I will catch you next time.